The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps.
The future. The future. Look to 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 the
No, you're gonna dig this. No, you're gonna dig this.
I might just put a grill in. Boy, go get your paw prawns, chili with the chili. You know me, pull a Pluto move, take white Scotty Pippen.
Welcome everyone to our 2K Sports broadcast. Tonight's game also serving as part of the NBA Cup. Good evening everyone, this is Kevin Harlan, joined by Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. On our sideline, David Aldridge. And a look now at a few years worth of data. Some of the assist numbers under the microscope for Tyrese Halliburton.
And the getting worse every year. That nigga was a point guard. Looks like this nigga down early.
Never explained to that is you just have to know. It's not true. This style is so fucking bad. It's so fucking bad, man. Well, Cat says free ball's not bad. Anyway. Is that how you take on somebody? And Miss Jones steps up, James, and takes the mic. Me, yeah. That's right. Look, Joe Jack. I don't even notice Yes, they look, Jeff Jarrett. She does say his name. It says, tonight, we're just going to put a foot all up in your ass. And Mark Madden on commentary screams, wait a minute, this tramp's going to fight the children one?
Trend that he's going through with his assist numbers.
I wish there was a way to save this shit from fucking game to game. Like, the fuck, man? Not be like that 5 to 7 seconds at last.
Dropping over the past few years isn't a good one. I don't want to say he's become a more selfish player because that's too harsh, but he's become a little too concerned about finding his own shot rather than creating for his teammates. He may want to rethink that.
Now the starting group for Long Beach. They've got Reza Shea, Gilgeous Alexander out there with Anthony Edwards. Then it's Williams. And it's Holmgren in at the center position. And for the Timberwolves, we've got Williams. Whitmore is out there with Halliburton. And it's Castellon in at the 2. So it's Minnesota now. After the miss from Shea, Gilgeous Alexander. Here's Whitmore. And the rejection by Holmgren. And it's Gilgeous Alexander in the corner. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And here's Halliburton. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
Yeah, you know they wanted a few of those plays back. What a tough way to go out in that one.
Yeah, it's often a game of very slim margins, and those close losses somehow sting even more.
Shot clock at 3. Here's Whitmore. Off target from outside. And here is Gilgeous Alexander. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game.
The classic combo guard, Gilgeous Alexander, is effective in the two-man game, especially on that first option, taking it himself.
Holmgren against Williams. Here's Whitmore. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
And he did a lot of work on the glass as well. He impacted the game on multiple fronts.
And that one was really a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. On mid-season, Stan, when you were...
I don't think, did Jarrett really ever say men are superior than women? Did he say, just come out and say that, or was it just like implied in Jeff Jarrett's thing? Oh, WWF? Yeah. I'm sorry. They were pretty on the yeah, I feel like you belong in the kitchen? Yeah, oh, true. But he gets his comeuppance in WWF. Yeah, WWF, or WCW just doesn't do it. I'm not sure, like, maybe if someone could tell me otherwise, but I don't know, Jared does get his comeuppance. Like, maybe he gets hit with a guitar with Miss Jones eventually, but, like, he doesn't, like no, he gets rewarded for it. Like, does he work rewarded and he wins the world title? He wins the title, leads the WWO. Like, so, Booker and Steve are now here. Steve and Mafia. It's been a Mafia. What is that? Sweatpants, no paint, stink face shirt. And Taylor Swift says, look, you guys are late. You're fine.
Coaching, would you still try out new plays and tactics and schemes? Or was the recipe set? Was the formula in and that was it?
Well, Kevin, the bulk of what you do is set, but you're always tinkering. And as people start figuring you out, you've got to have counters to what you're doing. So your system is always evolving. You're always trying to get better, and you're always doing new things.
Gasol's checked in for Long Beach. Free throw good, Whitmore.
I'm cutting the funding. So getting cut the funding, right? There's no way I'm gonna go. There's gonna be for this. The old beer sandwich.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Edwards against Halliburton. Here's Rieseshay. And again the miss by Long Beach.
Yeah, they're still looking for some cohesion offensively.
Right now I've send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, I briefly spoke with Minnesota's head coach. He said SGA has this special ability to lull a defender into a slower pace and then suddenly make a quick move that leaves everybody just standing there. Coach feels the attention has to be on him. He wants to force somebody else to beat them. Guys?
All right, thank you, David.
Well, he certainly had trouble finding the mark this quarter.
Here's Whitmore. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. For Long Beach, they've gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. And it's going to be out of bounds. Long Beach will have another go. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter, and he recovers it, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Edwards. And a great time to check out the power rankings, see how the teams are stacking up across the league. You look at Vancouver, they've achieved some upward momentum, climbing to the 5th spot on the board.
And checking out Long Beach, they continue to obliterate expectations because they found a way to get the most out of the guys on this roster.
And despite his young age, Coach Van Gundy, Anthony Edwards' leadership qualities growing day by day.
Yeah, Kevin, and a lot of it's because he is great at both ends of the court. Confident, charismatic, upbeat. He's learning that delicate balance between taking over a game and bringing his teammates along for the ride.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Wesley Williams. The 19-footer is on the money.
How about the floor awareness by Gilgeous-Alexander? Solid at just spotting his open teammate.
At the elbow, Williams. Pass to Whitmore.
Shit.
The basket is good off the assist from Williams. Whitmore's got 5.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, when Edwards is pulling out pump fakes, it's borderline unfair.
Long Beach shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. Minnesota making a switch here. Murray's checked in. Black's checked in for Long Beach.
Well, he's been very good at the line, and we all know free throws can make or break you in the end.
Offensive rebound.
The defense should know Williams won't ease off you. He'll take his motion into coverage.
Minnesota shooting their 2nd and 3rd shots at the line right here. Stoudemire, he's checked in for Williams. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. 3 on 3. Here's Edwards.
Bro.
Rebound by Williams.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Here's the teardrop. That one's not going to go. Good work defensively by Gasol. Here's Black. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Out to the right wing. Lets the 3 fly.
Fuck. I thought that was J. Will. Fuck.
Williams has got his 6th rebound on the night. Inside, Murray.
Hell no.
Pass to Whitmore. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Halliburton against Gilgeous-Alexander. Excellent defense there from Halliburton. Last outing for Long Beach, they won that game against the Golden State Warriors. Wesley the pass to Halliburton. Outside Williams. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Gasol with the steal. And it's Long Beach on the break. And Gilgeous-Alexander the bucket on the assist from Edwards. And it's all knotted up.
An outstanding transition player. When Gilgeous-Alexander is on the attack, good luck trying to contain him.
Wesley the pass to Murray. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Long Beach has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. To the right side. And looks like
Oh,
yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today, but you can't make it that obvious.
Glad we got the chance to see that remarkable rejection.
Quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
Towns, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Simmons comes in for Halliburton. So the Timberwolves call their first timeout. Timberwolves making a switch here. Highsmith is checked in. Matt Barnes is checked in for Long Beach. For three, Murray. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
That pick takes the beat totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Stoudemire with the defensive effort.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
Black dishes to Stoudemire. A three from Barnes. Minnesota with the rebound. And this is their first time matched up with Long Beach this year.
And we saw how competitive and entertaining the season series was between these two terrific teams last year.
Yeah, they split their series last year. Both sides have loads of talent. It should be an entertaining meeting again.
Black in the post, covered by Wesley. Stoudemire, and that is good. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Long Beach.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And guys, they've also done a great job generating offense from their defense, forcing turnovers and making the defense pay
what the
for those
fuck?
mistakes.
And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Trailing by 2. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
He'll probably hear about that shot selection when he gets back to the bench. Maybe not their best option.
Black. That's short off the rim.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
Wesley the pass to Murray. That one goes in.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
First personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for your Timberwolves, Chris Murray.
That one misses for Murray. Here's Black. Stoudemire with a screen on Murray. To the inside. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Long Beach on top, leading by just 2. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And what do you guys think about Long Beach here in this one?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
Yeah, this defensive game plan is working very well. Putting constant pressure on the offense and forcing a lot of mistakes.
On the floor for Long Beach, Luke Kennard out there with Black. Then it's Barnes. Then there's Gasol. And it's Holmgren into the fourth.
Substitution for the away team. Number 23, Phillip.
Pass to Wesley. And he slams it down right on top of Chet Holmgren.
Boy, he got fancy with that.
Maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Awesome rewind, courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Key. Black the pass to Holmgren. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Halliburton outside. Pass to Towers. Fires for 3, and the 3 ball is good. Wesley's got 5.
Well, when you give him room like that, just expect it to go in.
Holmgren with a screen on Wesley. And the dunk by Holmgren.
Rolling off the pick, Holmgren can beat you in a number of ways.
Oh, stolen. And here we go. Holmgren heading to the hoop. And the shot goes in. Holmgren's got the lead up to 3 now for Long Beach.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
Another shot.
Oh,
no good. For Long Beach, they've gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Gasol screen on Wesley. Black the pass to Gasol. And finished off by Gasol.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
For Long Beach, Rizache is coming in for Matt Barnes. And Washington subbed in for Kersey. Timberwolves trail by 5. Halliburton outside. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Knocks it loose. To the paint. Outside for Simmons. Murray for 3. Long Beach with the rebound. Holmgren's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Well, you win and lose as a team, so the fact that they're trailing isn't all on him. But with that said, he's had a rough shooting.
Minnesota calls timeout. Here we are, Stan, seeing more and more great international players in the NBA. And you've had a chance to coach some of the good ones as well.
Well, yeah, look, Kevin, you're right about the league now. We see every year, it seems like, the MVP is an international player. I had Hito Turkoglu as a big part of what we did in Orlando.
Yes.
Was a most improved player in the league one year and a key part of our team that made it to the finals. 6'10", highly skilled, very versatile guy. There are great players coming from everywhere in the world.
Here's Cazawan. After the made shot from Chet Holmgren. Drills it from outside. Simmons got himself on the board with 3 there.
And how about the bounce pass there being used to perfection?
Halliburton against Washington. Here's Black. Rebound, Minnesota. Williams has got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's Cazawan. Nothing on the board. Floats it up for Williams. Tries to save it. And it's Long Beach on the break. Here's Washington. And then Washington with the dunk.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
Halliburton deciding where to go with it. Murray finds Halliburton. He lobs it up. Here's Cazawan. Murray outside. Just 5 on the clock. To the middle. Here's Williams. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
Well, this is where Williams gets most of his points. Rolling off the screen, ready to catch and finish.
And that one is good. Black's got 5 points so far.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Timberwolves trail by 6. Now, here is Halliburton. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them. Here's Murray. And the rejection by Holmgren.
An outstanding shot blocker. It's not just about Holmgren's length. It's about his positioning as well. And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
Yeah, they've done a better job executing offensively, moving the ball and creating high percentage looks.
Pass to Halliburton. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. They get Paul Gasol.
And this is an advantage of having size in the backcourt. Halliburton using that length to cause trouble.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Stevens is checked in. And it's Whitmore in for Simmons. Then for Long Beach. Stoudemire, he's checked in for Holmgren. Edwards comes in for Black. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Washington. It's Edwards on the wing. It's rebounded by Tyrese Halliburton. Drives to the hoop. And finished off by Halliburton.
So good at just reading the defense. That time, Halliburton maintains his dribble and gets to where he wants to go.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Murray's checked in for Halliburton. Here's Whitmore. 5 points in the game. Pass to Murray. Back to Whitmore. Here's Casalon. And they call an illegal screen here. And a chance now to look at the schedule for Long Beach. On Thursday, they'll be facing Joel Embiid and the Denver Nuggets. Then on Saturday, they'll face off against Donovan Mitchell and the Golden State Warriors.
And just looking ahead to what's on tap, there are a lot of winnable games for them, but you can't go into the stretch with that mentality. You've got to focus on what's in front of you and bring it every night.
Timberwolves trail by 7. Now, Whitmore, he's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And the jam by Stoudemire.
Oh, the energy Stoudemire plays with jumps out at you. He just gets after it on the boards.
Here's Casalon. Edwards defending. Minnesota again turning it over.
And now look at the numbers for Edwards. He's been more than solid over the last month and ranked among the top 10 in scoring. He can fill it up with the best of them.
And back to what you said, top 5 in steals this year. Quick hands and great anticipation. Looking at who's out there now for Long Beach. Holmgren, he's checked in for Gasol. And Jalen Williams is subbed in for Stoudemire. Holmgren kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Edwards passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Well, despite his lack of efficiency, the team has put together a good offensive effort tonight.
Pass to Whitmore. And Whitmore throws it down.
Good look there from Williams.
Long Beach leading by 7. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren the screen. The shot's good from Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5 points now in the quarter.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Holmgren. The Timberwolves shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
Long Beach shooting it pretty well, close to 50%. Pass to Rizashay. Off target with his three. And now the Timberwolves on the break.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
And so it's Long Beach with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
Thank you for joining us. Getting right to the story. Things are going well.
This is some retro hoops, pounding a ball inside with intent. Man, I know you love this big fella.
No need to take a million jumpers. Work with the rock down low.
And now that we have some time, let's see how the All-Star voting is shaping up.
I've got a good idea who I want to see make the cut. So.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
Shay's hurt.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And Halliburton's got the ball here for the Timberwolves. 6-point game. And now an update on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander from David Aldridge. David, what'd you find out?
Hi, guys. The head athletic trainer for Long Beach provided some info for us. And this is an unfortunate injury and potentially devastating for them. It's amazing. He's good to come back into the game. In fact, Kevin, he's already back in the game.
David, thanks for checking in. On top of it as always.
It's interesting. Even with the advancements in strength and conditioning, injuries continue to impact the game.
Well, this is a high-impact sport, and the league continues to get bigger and faster.
They've got Halliburton. Whitmore is out there with Williams. And it's Cazelon in at the 2 spot. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Halliburton, no good. Long Beach leading by 6. It's Gilgeous-Alexander with the try. Yes, it is. Scored that as a bucket. Number 5 on a 5 for 11 night.
And he knew the contact was coming. How about that by SGA to take the hit and finish?
Williams finds Halliburton. Floats it up for Williams. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Well, a well-aimed pass sets Williams up for success so that he can just power it down.
The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. A great 1-2 punch, beautiful pass, and nasty jam.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
And we know Chet can shoot the ball, but I like him the most when he's near the basket.
Halliburton against Gilgeous-Alexander. Minnesota calls timeout. Quick break in the action. Let's check out the fiercest shot swatters in the league. Third is Chet Holmgren.
There aren't going to be many nights when you don't see him affect the game with his shot blocking ability.
Halliburton right side. Over to the left wing. Cazelon from outside off the mark.
Well, this was his shot to miss, honestly. Poor coverage, good setup. He just couldn't knock it down.
Holmgren kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over in the corner, Williams. For 3, Edwards. Edwards with confidence.
Yeah, they've come out in the break confidently. 4 of their first 5 here to start the second half.
Halliburton against Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Halliburton. Pass to Steffens. Back to Halliburton. Williams sends a screen for Halliburton. 5 on the clock. Here's Kezelon. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Long Beach leading by 9. Williams with a clean look. Chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Halliburton with it. He's got 7. From 15 feet away, the Timberwolves again can't hit. Long Beach has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Back to Williams. Pass to Steffens. Here's Kezelon, and he's good on the 3-ball. Kezelon's got 5 points so far.
Well, maybe not the shot they were looking for there, but the defense gave it to him, and he knocked it down.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. And it's Rizachet with the rebound. For Long Beach, they've gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Gilgeous-Alexander finds Williams. From outside the arc. They grab their own miss. Holmgren the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And Holmgren the bucket on the assist from Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 3 assists in the game. Timberwolves trail by 8. Here's Whitmore. He's got 12. You know, Stan, we hear all the time about after timeout plays. About how many of those do teams really have at their disposal?
Well, you certainly have to have a few, Kevin. Coaches vary in their philosophy. Some coaches will draw them up on the fly. I was one, like a lot of guys, who wanted to have things that we've worked on that then we could go to. But that just depends on who you've got, how smart your guys are, how quickly they pick things up.
1 made 3 formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Edwards. Tries again. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. After this one, they're off to Philadelphia to take on the 76ers. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks. The NBA chose to extinguish G League Ignite. G League President Sharif Abdul-Rahim says with the changing environment across youth and collegiate basketball, now is the right time to take this step. Kevin, in its short time, the Ignite produced double-digit draftees, so the experiment was a success.
A huge success, D.A. Thank you. Shots good by Williams. Williams has gotten the lead up to 12 now for Long Beach.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Pass to Whitmore. Outside for Halliburton. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. A nice shot by Halliburton. Halliburton's got his 3rd basket of the night. Halliburton against Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here's Holmgren. Moves back up. Rebound Minnesota. Williams has got 13 rebounds in the game. Exceeded. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Rizachet with the steal. 1-on-1 fast break. And it's Williams throwing it down.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
And the energy of Williams, it's infectious. Amazing at using it to block shots, rebound, score, whatever.
He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1. Both teams deciding to change it up. And Williams drops them both. 41 seconds left in the third quarter. Long Beach leading by 10. Here's Black. He has 5. Holmgren with a screen on Murray.
Definitely got to use the clock here and get the last shot.
Yeah, but if you get an open look, you got to think about taking it no matter how much time is left on the clock.
Here's Black. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
It shows you're able to attack the rim from any position.
And so it's Long Beach with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They've had active hands and have forced a lot. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, he really just helps tie this team together. They know they can count on him to set them up.
Hey! The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. On the floor for Long Beach. Black is out there with Anthony Edwards. Then it's Stoudemire. Then there's Rizachet. And it's Gasol. And at the 5, roaming the paint. Halliburton on the wing. Outside for Murray. Pass to Wesley. There's the 3. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
Well, we know what kind of scorer he is, but he could use a little help.
Here's Edwards. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And to look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Long Beach.
Well, I've been a little surprised by how many mid-range jump shots they're taking and hitting. But so far, that seems to be the recipe that's working for them.
Another place they've had the upper hand tonight is in transition. They've gotten a bunch of their points off the fast break.
Dan, you've been on the bench in the NBA for many decades. What were some of your biggest pet peeves as a coach?
Oh my gosh, Kevin, that would be a long list. But the 2 biggest would be this. I think number 1, anytime there was a lack of effort, you're not running back on defense, things like that. That I had a hard time tolerating. And then mental breakdowns, things we had prepared for over and over and over again. And then guys just zone out and forget what they're supposed to do. Those were things that were hard to tolerate.
Especially when you would take such care in preparing them in every way. It's got to be just excruciating.
Frustrating as heck.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And they cash in right away with the quick shot. Black's got the lead up to 14 now for Long Beach. And here is Wesley. Halliburton outside. Pass to Murray. That's good. It's Halliburton with the assist. Halliburton's got his 3rd assist on the night. Gasol a screen. Edwards passes to Gasol. And finished off by Gasol.
Yeah, it just seems like every year Edwards gets more comfortable running the pick and roll.
Now West outside, Simmons. Murray left side. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Long Beach making a switch here. Williams is checked in. He hits the second from the line.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Here's Edwards. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
What you have to love about Edwards is his drive. This is a guy that wants to be an all-time great when it's all said and done.
And Edwards drops them both.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Halliburton against Edwards. Rejected by Gasol. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. For Long Beach, Chet Holmgren, he's checked in for Gasol. And Shea Gilgeous-Alexander subbed in for Edwards. Here's Casawan. Launches a three. Long Beach with the rebound.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And good that time. Black's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
Halliburton outside. Pass to Murray. Offensive rebound. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him.
Well, his rebounding is such a boost for this team, especially when it comes on the offensive end.
Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. And that's a foul called on Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. That is his first foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Gasol's checked in for Long Beach. Here's Casawan. He's guarded by Williams. Down low. And Whitmore gets it to go on the assist by Williams. Williams has got his third assist on the night. Long Beach leading by 13. Here's Black. Here's Holmgren. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And as he adds strength, Holmgren will only get more dangerous on the glass.
Here's Whitmore. He's guarded by Williams. Throws it up high. It's tipped. Williams against Gasol. Long Beach with the rebound. Gasol's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Williams kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's off from three-point range. Timberwolves trail by 15. Halliburton for three. Sinks the three-pointer.
We've seen him shoot at 40% from deep for a season, so Halliburton accurate from three-point land.
The shot's good. Black's got 6 in the quarter.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
And that's a foul called on Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Stevens is checked in. Then for Long Beach. Reza Shea is coming in for Gasol. And it's Edwards in for Black. Timeout called, Timberwolves. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin. Well, I was able to listen in on the Timberwolves head coach talking to his team. Now, Coach challenged him. He said, this goes beyond this game. Show me how much heart you have for the season. Fight until the final buzzer. Guys, back to you.
Thanks so much, David. Out to Edwards. Puts up a three. And it's Whitmore with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 14. Now, here's Halliburton. Can't get it to fall. Here's Edwards. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Well, Edwards is so strong. He'll complete the play unless you wrap him up.
One shot. Anthony Edwards.
And Edwards, no good on that one. Minnesota's gone 2 or 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Whitmore with it. He's picked up by Holmgren.
2 minutes.
Outside Williams. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clear.
And that one falls for Williams. And it's a completely new lineup for Minnesota. And a new group getting ready for Long Beach. Gasol's checked in for Chet Holmgren. Stoudemire comes in for Edwards. Barnes, he's checked in for Rizachet. And it's Anthony Black in for Gilgeous Alexander. And that one goes on a bound. Flash touched by Gasol.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflection because that tells you who's affecting the game.
Long Beach making a switch here. Kennard's checked in. Here's Black, covered by Wesley. And it goes down 2 points. Black's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Long Beach.
This was a physical game.
Yeah, I mean, they were aware of the rotations defensively and were able to attack the rim.
And so checking out the record for these guys tonight will mark win number 37 for them on the year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Chet Holmgren.
Well, he was all about the rim protection in this one. His defensive presence was felt from the get-go.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding.
Hell yeah.
Landstorm the heel that everyone needs.
J.R. Wynn. This is the Chickasaw Wolf, the show!
All the stars come out, yeah, all the champions loses before the... See, like, I don't understand. The match was already scheduled. Yes, it still happens in pay-per-view, too. If you beat him to earn the title shot at the pay-per-view, okay, sure. Yeah. But he was already scheduled in the match. Is that also where Jim Duggan portrays America? Portrays his beard? No.
Helldiver, the great struggle of our time has come. The ultimate junction of democracy's fate. The battle for Super Earth.
Mission coordinates locked. Hellpods primed. Engaging orbital thrusters. Orbit synchronized.
shall fight in the streets. We shall fight on the sidewalks. We shall fight in the intersections.
Request approved. Deploying reinforcements.
Calling down a support weapon!
Sending down equipment package.
Dropping a pin, northwest, 200 meters. Changing ice!
Objective critical stratagem available. Objective critical stratagem no longer available.
Calling in reinforcements! How'd you like to taste of freedom? Reinforcing!
Outpost destroyed.
Requesting fortification! Deploying genocide! Reloading! Requesting sentry! Charging in an eagle! Calling down a sentry! Requesting sentry! Calling out the clock! Requesting fortification! Requesting air support! Fortification!
Our citizens depend on you for their safety. Requesting sentry. Squids! Found something!
Reinforcing! Requesting sentry! Throwing supply beacon! Calling down a sentry!
Oh, fuck!
Reinforcing! Point me to the enemy.
Sending down equipment package.
Sending in an eagle! Requesting sentry!
Sending down sentry.
Calling in a hell bomb! Requesting air support! Requesting air support! Calling down a sentry! Requesting sentry! Requesting fortifications! Calling down a sentry! Calling down fortifications! Requesting sentry! Requesting advanced weaponry! Sending in an eagle! Calling in reinforcements! Requesting sentry. Democracy!
Another step toward galactic liberation. You may extract when ready. Calling in reporting to the front.
Reloading.
Reinforcement budget running low.
Their lives were in our hands.
Outpost destroyed.
Dropping a pin. North. 100 meters. Calling down a sentry. Calling down fortification. Reloading. Calling in reinforcements. Requesting air support. Tagging map east, 300 meters. Calling down a sentry. Reloading. Requesting sentry. Changing ice. Calling down fortifications. Sending in an eagle. Flood light for Super Earth.
Oh.
Calling in Requesting fortifications.
Deploying minefield.
Requesting fortifications. I got the terminal.
Mission map updated.
Going down a support weapon. Requesting air support. Requesting going down a sentry. Requesting sentry. Calling down fortification!
Deploying minefield. Stand clear.
Dropping a pin. Southwest. 200 meters. Switch!
Extraction is available.
How about a nice cup of lemon tea? Changing ice!
Mission at 10 minutes remaining.
Calling down a sentry! Liberty!
Reinforcement budget depleted.
Illuminate, southwest. Calling down supply. Reloading. Requesting fortifications.
Extraction when ready.
Tagging map. South, 200 meters. Last reload!
We get like 5 back, I think.
Calling down a sentry! You will never destroy our way of life! Have a taste of democracy!
Additional reinforcement funding approved.
Reinforcing! Joining the fray. Calling in extraction! Requesting fortifications!
Extraction shuttle inbound.
Requesting sentry! Calling down a sentry!
ETA T-minus 2 minutes.
No.
Call them samples. Get the samples.
That's called democracy!
Additional reinforcement funding approved. ETA T-minus 1 minute.
Fire in the hole! Wedge!
ETA T-minus 30 seconds.
Reinforcing! Back empty!
ETA T-minus 20 seconds.
Reloading!
ETA T-minus 10 seconds.
Pelican 1 approaching pickup. Reloading! Reload!
Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.